Okay. I'll tell you why I want to destroy Arasaka, but I'll only tell you once. I saw a corpse strip farmers of water, and eventually of land. Saw them transform Night City into a machine fueled by people's crushed spirits, broken dreams, and emptied pockets. Corps have long controlled our lives, taken lots, and now they're after our souls. I've declared war not because capitalism's a thorn in my side or out of nostalgia for an America gone by. This war's a people's war against a system that spiraled out of our control. It's a war against the fucking forces of entropy. Understand? Defeat them, gut them. If I gotta kill, I'll kill. If I need your body, I'll fucking take it. You still don't see it, but you will one day.
All right, so what are we doing today?
We're gonna read the comments, man. We're reading the comments for the Liberty Fall, or for no, it's for the Black Ops 6 opinions. My bad.
Yeah, not Liberty Balls
not
today.
Liberty Balls. Sorry, my fault.
we are not touching that shit with a fucking 10-foot pole. I swear.
Please no, please no, please.
All right, and we got our first comment from Lil Hercules 1999. He says everyone has a final opinion on a game that isn't even out yet.
I mean, it is true. I've seen a lot of like harsh judgment. I do think people are jumping the gun a little bit on the opinions, but there also is some valid opinions that I've heard. Like it's not, that's partially true to me, but not 100% accurate.
Like everyone's so quick to jump the gun on the game when like oh, like the only thing that we saw in-depth gameplay of was Liberty Balls, right? So we didn't see like something like super crazy for Terminus, but we still got our 17 minutes of Terminus gameplay. Like that's there.
Exactly.
It's not like it's not there. You can go look at it yourself. That doesn't even look
the
like it's from the same game.
The HUD. Yeah, it looks completely different. I would legitimately think that was two separate games.
And like, do you know why they didn't fucking put the HUD there? It's because you can customize it to whatever you want. So what's the point? I wish they did the same thing for Terminus, but or not Terminus, but Liberty Balls.
I think if they did the same thing for Liberty Balls where there was just no HUD, I think it would have been a lot better received, because I feel like the HUD, first of all, I'll say was my main problem. That really irritated me, the HUD, because it just looked so, they had all the options on, so it just looked so cluttered. And that's one of the reasons I think people say it feels like Warzone, because of the HUD. It's similar to like Warzone aesthetics, I feel like. So I think the best move would have been to not show the HUD, but I mean, that's not what they did, so. He says, my favorite part of BO6 Zombies probably has to be the movement with guns. I'm excited to see how different training zombies will be compared to something like BO2 or BO3. That's so true. I'm so excited to see how the Omni movement will affect training. I feel like it could make either a big difference or like a no difference.
Yeah, because we haven't really had something like Tac Sprint or anything in zombies besides like Vanguard, but nobody fucking played that. And number two,
no one played that.
like MWZ, but I'm not even gonna count that as zombies. Like, no.
Right. That's literally Warzone. Like, people say this looks like Warzone. That's literally the Warzone map.
Which is like why it also pisses me off when they have like that big open ass layout that's in like Liberty Balls, because that's why Omni movement, like, it doesn't really matter in a map like that because you're not in an enclosed space. Imagine how many movement clips you could get if you had a movement system like that and like Verrucked. It would be insane.
Oh yeah, that would go insane. That would be so amazing.
Omni movement would be fucking so good for that.
Yeah, it really would be. But then they showcase it on like this insanely open map. The Omni movement seems pointless on that map because it's so open. You can just run around freely like without the Omni movement.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Which is why I'm hoping, like, for fuck's sake, Terminus have a not dog shit layout.
Yeah, seriously. I hope it's more enclosed. I hope it's more like tight spaces, like you know, not so open. I think that would be the best thing they could do.
All right, next we get a comment from Sebastian Brewer 1653, and he says, I feel like when people complain about Black Ops 6 Zombies as a mode, they only talk about Liberty Balls and don't recognize how awesome Terminus looks. I mean, that's true, right?
That's a good point. To be fair, when they announced Terminus, I didn't hear anybody complain at all. Like, it was all like overwhelmingly positive, and then everybody just completely forgot that Terminus existed when they showed Liberty Ball. It's like, oh, game's dead, game's over, cancel pre-order or whatever. But they totally forget that there's a whole other, way better, it seems, map than Liberty Balls.
That's why I'm like, anybody who complains about Liberty Falls, I always tell them just be on the lookout for Terminus, right? Because that could totally change your opinion.
Oh, 100%.
Especially if you customize like the HUD to not have any of that stupid bullshit that they add.
Seriously,
like,
I plan on turning like almost everything off, like genuinely. Like, I gotta turn off like probably like 80% of the HUD. All right, Dead Guy TY says, I like that they are adding the zombie builds from BO3. It'll save a bunch of time in the menus and such. Plus, I can roll the box and not worry about the attachments I may get. Yeah, dude, I was talking about that earlier with you. Like, the attachments, like, why can I get an ACOG sight on a pistol? Like, bro, what are you doing? That is like the most irritating thing about Cold War to me. It actually ruins the mystery box. So I'm honestly so glad that they're bringing back, I think they're calling them, what are they, weapon builds, something like that in the new game?
It's just called the armory. The weapon builds is just like the preloaded attachments that they have.
Okay.
The armory is like its own separate thing. It's just like BO3, where you just go in there, you put your attachments on every single gun and all your camos, and it's just there. And yeah, it does. This is gonna save the mystery box for me. I might actually spin it for something now.
Yeah, for real, dude. Because like, I feel like in Cold War, you're so incentivized to like spawn in with the weapon that you want, first of all, and then you can just keep that weapon all game. Because why would you trade it out? Because you're gonna get these terrible attachments, and if you don't want those attachments, you have to go down to like the little armor dude and re-roll your attachments over and over and over again. That's just such a stupid mechanic. I'm so glad that that's gone. Like, that's one of the biggest W's for me, is that's gone. Like, it's so dumb. I hate that in Cold War, dude.
Especially like imagine a new weapon comes out and you use it and it's just like completely shit. Now you don't have to like exit out of the game or whatever the fuck, so you can load in with a gun that like you actually like. You can just spin the box or buy a wall weapon that you already customized and swap it.
That's how it should be, man. That's how it should be. I'm so happy about that.
All right, next we got another comment from Super Goji 616. As a zombies player that did not play Cold War, I'm so hyped. You know, and that's honestly just like an interesting take, right? Because there's actually a lot of classic like OG players from the older games that didn't play Cold War, they didn't play BO4, but they're loading into Black Ops 6 and it's a totally new experience. They're totally excited for it. And that's another thing from the OG kind of camp that I don't see as much, but I mean, it's definitely here, right? I played Cold War, I played BO4, and I'm an OG player. I've been playing, you know, my first map was Kino and 5 on BO1 when I was a kid.
Same, like, dude. Yeah, same.
Like, this shit is so, I'm just so excited, right? Now, if they let me down, I'm gonna have a fucking like 20-minute rant video. Like, I'm gonna be so upset.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be longer than that. I'm gonna make like a 40-minute rant video.
Yeah, I'm pissed, but I'm gonna give them this one chance to surprise me, and if they don't, holy shit, I'm out.
Yeah. All right, let's see. How do you say this name? AJ Delanu TB9VO says, Origins of Evil is a mashup of those two concepts into one. Likely fun, but unoriginal experience. Dude, when that guy said Origins of Evil, I was genuinely so shocked. I was like, well, his opinion is almost invalid completely now.
Yo, like, is it gonna be like old school Black Ops, where like the zombies were fucking peak? No, I figured we weren't gonna go that far, but at least I thought we were gonna get like Origins of Evil.
What the hell is even that?
It just like, what the fuck? Like, when I saw that the first time, my first thought was, what the fuck are you talking about? What the hell is that map?
Origins of Evil. Like, what are you talking about right now? Origins of Evil. I've never heard anybody say that. Like,
it's my favorite map, dude. It is my favorite map.
Origins of Evil. Gotta be the best map, I'd say.
Hopefully it gets a remaster in this game. Hopefully it gets remastered.
Hopefully we get Origins of Evil remastered. Zombie Chronicles 2 with Origins of Evil. And like what's next? Mob of the Shadows.
Okay, so TJ Cocker, I just want World at War BO1 and BO2 without the bugs and glitches. Keep that era of horrific German, Japan, Russian, and American battlefields. Give us that feeling of 4 people that are completely clueless as to what's happening. I totally can see this, right? And I think that's probably been one of my biggest problems with the zombies mode recently has been like, okay, we have obscure, shitty, dark ether outbreak. It's not horrific anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no. No, I know exactly what you mean. It's not.
Terminus looks horrific, but like any map from Cold War or any map from fucking
It doesn't feel like they're places that have been, you know, zombieified or apocalyptic. Like, it doesn't feel like a zombie outbreak has even occurred almost. It just seems like it could be any generic like outbreak situation that's not zombies to me.
they could put fucking aliens there, you know, it'd be the same shit. Like, I think that's probably like one of my favorite things about Kino, especially as like a little kid, was you see on the outside, you see that there's like a daylight, right? But you have no clue what's out there. So the only thing you could possibly do at that time was just speculate on like what the state of everything around you was in. But it's the dimensional shit I think a lot of people have some problems with. I think it can work, right? But like they aren't doing anything with it in any capacity. And it actually like frustrates me. In my opinion, I think Transit is the scariest map Treyarch has ever made. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, if you're going off of scary, I 100% agree, honestly.
Like it's the music that you hear when you load up into the map, and the like, I don't know, the bloody fucked up picture of Green Run,
Yeah.
and the fucking fog and how fucked up everything looks.
Yeah, and then if you go into the lore too, like you hear the radios of like the random like survivors that are just like suffering and everything. It's just like that is just, it's horrific.
It's
like,
that,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and Max is talking to you the moment you load up the map. That and like Ted, and it's just like all the sounds and everything. It's fucking terrifying. And then when you try to go in the fog, you hear the denizens and shit.
Scream. Oh yeah. And then like you look at Ted too, and he's a robot, but his face was like, he had a human face, and it's like all melted and like creepy looking. Like everything about that map is scary, I would say.
All right, next comment we got is from Dark Art 1484. As someone that has played from BO1 to now, BO6 looks fun, and Liberty Balls is just a bonus map. But at the end of the day, it's zombies. The game mode is always going to change for better or worse. Plus, we don't have a full game. Oh my god. Please. Let's fix our spelling, guys. We don't have a full game. We don't have the full game yet. Holy shit, I'm not finishing that sentence.
Yeah, no, I agree 100% because I think Treyarch didn't do a good job of kind of marketing that Liberty Balls was just like a bonus map. I feel like they kind of made people think that it was going to be like this, just like Terminus complex and really like, you know, hardcore zombie fan map like Terminus is, because and then they also had that really great intro cutscene which made people think even more like, oh, this map is, you know, it's going to be maybe even better than Terminus, and it got so hyped up that people were just they were kind of shocked when they seen it, so they got disappointed. Also, I hear this thing a lot, people seem like they don't want anything in zombies to ever change. They want it to be just like whatever their favorite game was, whether it's Black Ops 1, 2, or 3 or whatever, and they want it to be like that forever, and that's not gonna happen, and it shouldn't either. It's, you know, there has to be change as the mode goes on.
I feel like it's shitty because Treyarch they have done a lot of work to try to make new things just pop up into zombies and try to change it. And I always feel like it's kind of just disingenuous and shitty to just be like, it's bad because it's not exactly like this. You guys should just revert every single change you have ever made to the mode.
You should just go back to how exactly it was before and don't change anything ever.
They can totally fix things. They can totally
100%.
fix things, especially things like they can just remove the chopper gunner RCXD and the Hellstorm easily right now. They can just take it out.
Yeah.
Like that's just
so much better.
That's a simple thing, and like I'm not asking you to remove all kill streaks, just those three. Those are the biggest fucking problems. Like I said, like Liberty Balls, it's not a big deal. In my opinion, it's not a big deal. It's 2 maps. We're lucky to even have 2 maps. I'm glad that we're back to that. And Terminus could just be the map that I'm playing all the time, right? It doesn't have to always be like that. Which also, nobody has brought that up. I am begging Treyarch this year, please do a super Easter egg. Because here's the thing too, is like with a couple complaints with the guided mode, right? They can do the guided mode for every single map, right? But if you do every single Easter egg on the map and then there's a super Easter egg that doesn't have a guided mode or any of that shit, that would still, like, the super hardcore of hardcore players would do the fucking...
the real people that really are invested and care about zombies, they would do that super Easter egg no matter what.
It would just do so much. Please, Treyarch, do a super Easter egg. I'm fucking begging you.
Heyo414 says, hope the rest of the maps have Terminus level creativity. Also that the zombies game mode has a Warzone HUD aesthetic. Doesn't help its case. I don't know why people act like the HUD doesn't matter. It makes zombies feel unique. I agree that I think the HUD does matter. I think the HUD it completely can change a game. I remember even when Black Ops 4, when they first showed the gameplay for that, I don't know if you remember, but everyone was just dogging on the HUD, dude. It immediately made people think the game was gonna be worse. So the right way, they had a bad impression of it. You know what I mean?
Dude, I think
the HUD is really important.
I had a bad impression because I remember hearing the leaks that Juggernog wasn't going to be in the game, and I was like, oh, hell no, dude. Fuck that. There's no way.
First impression is important, man, and that they really did not have a good first impression with BO4, and they did not have a good first impression with Liberty Falls either. But I think they did have a good first impression with Terminus. I think Terminus has so much creativity, even in the traps and everything. It just looks so good. It just has that aesthetic. I just love it. But I've been wondering, like, do you think that the DLCs are gonna be on that Terminus level? Maybe not to the same extent, but, you know, are they gonna be like Terminus, or are they gonna be more like Terminus or more like Liberty Falls? What do you think?
So I've seen a couple of people actually in my comment section too, just saying that they actually did say this, that every single DLC map would be like Terminus, but I have not seen that fucking statement ever. I have not heard it. I have not seen it
either.
I hope it is. Like, I'm praying to fucking Jesus. Like, this game's gonna turn me Christian, I swear. That we fucking get every single DLC map is Terminus quality at the least. That's what I want.
Yeah, I really hope. I mean, Terminus is going to be really in depth with the side Easter eggs and stuff, so maybe not as many side Easter eggs would be understandable, but I really hope that they go with that Terminus vibe throughout the rest of the maps.
It's the fundamentals. The next comment we got is from James Gardner, and he says, best part of BO6 Zombies was them playing Dragula in the trailer. Dude, that's fucking real. That is so real.
That really is real. That song, when I first heard it, I was like, is that really the song I'm thinking of? I was like, no, it can't be. There's no way. And then it like dropped, and I was like, oh my god, it is. That was amazing.
That literally was. I think that was probably half the reason why everyone got so excited, was just because fucking Dragula was in the trailer. It was such a perfect choice.
They always pick great music. I'll give them that. No matter what you say, they always make great music for zombies, and they always pick great music.
Okay, most of the time. I remember the Nicki Minaj reveal trailer was fucking...
Playtime is over when Nicki drops in.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count. That does not count. Crusa Detection says, I don't know why people shit on Killstreaks. Just don't use them. That is to me, that's just not the greatest argument. It's not about, oh, you just can't use them. People are going to use them anyway. What are your thoughts on this? Let's hear it. What do you think about this?
So, like I said in Liberty Balls, or the video about Liberty Balls, I think this just is, like, I just think it's stupid, right? You have no incentive to not be using broken mechanics. And the problem is that they are so broken that...
It's completely game breaking. It's just completely... It's totally broken. It's not like it's just a little bit broken. It totally breaks the game.
And it's literally just the ones I mentioned, right? The ones that actually make you invulnerable. Like, just take that shit out.
Like the chopper gunner, yeah. Or like, there should be some kind of risk reward. Like, maybe you can use it, but you're not invulnerable. Like, I don't know how that would work. You just got to protect yourself with the chopper gunner, which I feel like would be pretty easy.
But I don't know. I think that would just be too, like, shit. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that would be shit.
I'd rather them just remove it, but I feel like they can't just leave it how it is. They have to alter it in some way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they just leave it like it is, it's just so broken for me.
Yeah. And like I said, right? No one's gonna be complaining that the war machine is in the game. No one's gonna be fucking complaining about that.
No, it's the complaints are the big ones, like the RCXD, like the chopper gunner, like the Hellstorm. Those are the 3 ones that you said in your video. That if they just took those ones out, I don't think anyone would care about the Killstreaks. And also I can't think of the name. The Manglers. The Mangler, that's such a cool kill streak. That's so cool. They just need to implement more zombies kill streaks to where you're not invulnerable.
Like, imagine if they took the Mangler arm out as just like a normal, like, droppable thing. Like, you could just craft it. It's cheaper than the Mangler suit, but you get like a B-Tech version of it for cheaper. Like, that would be better. That would be better. Just take those 3 out, change it to that, and there you go. Fucking problem solved. Now you just have to fill in the blank with 2 other kill streaks, which, I mean, do we need more than that? No. Could you add them later? No. Yeah. All right, and for the last comment, we have a comment from Dark Ether God saying, people are shitting on the game that's not even out yet. That's what gets me every time I see a hate video, but I'll reserve judgment when I get to play it. I mean, I survived Vanguard. We all did. We all survived Vanguard. I don't know how we did it.
We made it. We made it.
Like, I didn't think we could go any lower than Ghosts. It's impressive. It's impressive how big of a fuck up it was. is. Like,
It truly is. Like, what were they? I don't even understand. It seemed like they made it in like 2 days.
but even then, right? They make it in 2 days. Why did they make it like some objective fucking dog shit? Like, just
I don't know. Wouldn't it have been easier? I feel like just to make it a round base, like just like make a tiny little round base map.
Making the same thing you guys have been making for like 20 years. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, aren't we all excited for round-based zombies to come back, right?
Oh yeah. I'm so excited, dude.
Something at least possibly could be really good. Like, just the thought process.
It has the chance to be like really, really good, but they just have to do a couple things right. And you know, I never had the expectation that like this is gonna be the greatest Call of Duty Zombies game or the best ever. But I just, you know, we just got to get back on the level of on some kind of standard that's like, okay, yeah, this is the standard. It's even if it's just a good zombies game, that's enough. You know what I mean?
All right, now we're gonna leave you guys off with this. What is the scariest map in zombies history, in your opinion? Comment down below under this video, and we'll feature it in the next one. And make sure to be on the lookout for Aiden's video about what the worst features and worst things about Black Ops 6 Zombies are. Anyway, bye.